Subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to get all the latest updates. This report comes to you from the area of the snow-capped Himalayas. We are standing at ground zero in Leh in Ladakh. And we are here because, of course, this is the biggest story of our time. So we moved. We were in the heartland of India and we moved as the story did because that's the journalism we believe in. But now I know that a lot of you will want to know what's actually happening here. So the honest thing to say first is that there's very, very little access for journalists, for any journalist, to what's happening. A lot of the key areas are, of course, cordoned off, and understandably so. The army hospital where the injured are being treated is also off limits. The civil hospital where the post-mortem was performed has limited access. We do know that the coffins of our martyrs are now being sent back to their devastated families one by one. In the meantime, the nuts and bolts of what's happening. Military commanders of either side have had an extensive round of fresh negotiations. Some reports suggest that these talks went on for as long as 5 hours. But at the moment, we do not have a breakthrough. And from the Indian point of view, from our point of view, only one thing makes sense at this point, which is how to restore status quo ante, which is how to get the Chinese to vacate the heights in the Indian side that they are reported to have occupied and get them to go back and not shift the contours of the line of actual control. The most sensitive area is the Pangong Tso Lake area, where the Chinese are reported to have come as far as the fourth finger, which is the spurs across the lake. When we say fingers, we're really talking about the spurs across the lake. And for India, nothing short of the Chinese retreating to behind the line of actual control will be an acceptable negotiated settlement. In the meantime, political to political conversation also carries on, and the controversy rages over how 20 of our men died battered to death with stones and iron rods and nails. And the Foreign Affairs Minister today weighed in on that debate. Because remember, General Panag, former Northern Army commander, in an interview to us, raised the question of how these soldiers were sent without arms. And then there was talk of a 1996 protocol that has been followed by government after government. Dr. Jaishankar, however, came on Twitter responding to Rahul Gandhi and said that when the soldiers left the post, they were armed, but he seemed to suggest that those arms were not used because of the 96 protocol. Now, this has caused an even greater debate because as our soldiers were being assaulted, should the incident have been treated as a regular border flare-up? Wasn't it much graver than that? So many questions. Right now, very little specific information. We do not want to speculate. We will continue to provide you only the developments that we are very, very sure of. And what it looks like is that this is going to be, at least for the next few days, a protracted set of hard negotiations. You could see measures on many different fronts, economic, military, but politically that contact is continuing as both countries continue to talk. And from the Indian point of view, the aim is singularly one: how to get the Chinese to respect the line of actual control.